your girl Sasha and welcome back to my channel. I'm just like, alright, so this video is really serious because we're gonna be talking about overthinking. So that's basically what this video is about today, overthinking. And I'm basically gonna tell y'all like my personal experience, and ways you can kind of cope with it if it does happen to you. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. So, what does overthinking, well, whatever, mean? So I will put the definition on the screen while I'm saying it to you guys. But overthink means to think about something too much or for too long. So for example, if you kind of get some like altering, like say you have plans and you kind of get some bad news, and then you're like trying to make it better, but then things aren't going your way, so you keep thinking about, well, that's probably not the best way to explain it. Let me think of a better way to explain it. Like, say you get some news and you kind of you agree with it, but then like later on you're not around that person and you keep thinking about what they said, so you're making like it wasn't that big of a situation, but now you're making it a bigger thing because you keep thinking about it, and then you're causing yourself to go crazy. Either like just stress yourself out or psych yourself out or just have a total meltdown. Excuse me, y'all, I'm so sorry. But that's literally what that is. You like, you take a small situation and you make it big when it wasn't even that big. It was like probably like this small. Whew. That's a lot of talking. So basically I'm just like, that's literally what it can honestly do to you. It can honestly like stress you out, make you second guess yourself when you shouldn't, and just cause you to have a meltdown, breakdown, or just go crazy and all because you're stuck in your mind over this one little thing when it wasn't even that big of a deal, but you made it a bigger deal because you kept thinking about it. Yeah, that's literally what overthinking is. You take a small situation that's not even like, it might be serious, but you don't need to make it a big deal. But we honestly, like, people who overthink are gonna make it a big deal because it's a problem for them. So I'm gonna give y'all some, I'm sorry, I'm reading off my notes. I'm gonna give y'all a personal experience of mine that I had that I was overthinking. So as you guys know, I'm a student at I just transferred to a 4-year university and I needed a job. So I needed a job and they had work study, and I, signed up for it when I did my FAFSA. So me and my roommate, we had met some girls across the hall that were saying how the application closed. And I was like, closed? What you mean closed? So she was like, oh yeah, it opened and it was like closed in 3 minutes. Excuse me. I was like, what? I ain't even get no email. What you talking about? So she was like, yeah. So the next day, y'all, like no, wait, not the next day. So a couple of like the next week we had already started school. So they had a career fair, a job fair, excuse me. And I literally just went in and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go see what they talk about and see if I get a job. Even though my plan was to have a job on campus. But I was like, well, shoot, the thing closed, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I went and I did on-site interviews with a couple people. They got my resume and stuff like that. So I actually did an on-site interview with a fast food company, and And they called me like two days later, I believe, and said they wanted to do another interview with me. So I went in to the place to do a second interview, and they liked me. And they told me that they wanted to hire me. They told me how much I was gonna get paid, and I was like, shoot, that's good. I can do that. But then I was like, oh shoot, I don't have no car. Like, how am I gonna get there? So, and then I got an email from the work study at school saying for new students and transfers. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I called my mom crying because like, Mom, they closed. Like, that's what I missed. Okay, so yeah, they closed. So the next day I called my mom crying because they closed. And like I told you, the girl told me the application process for the work study was closed. And I started crying and I was like, Mom, what am I gonna do? I can't get a job. They closed it, blah, 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 blah. And then I did the interview with the fast food place, and they offered me a job, but I really want to stay on campus. And I was like, bro, am I missing an opportunity? I just literally blew it up to the point where I just needed to figure out what I wanted to do. Like, it was a whole big situation. Come to find out, it was a separate email for new students and transfer students, which I am a transfer student. So they had an email for returning students, and then they had an email for new and transfer students. I blew the whole thing out of proportion, not thinking, oh, you're a new student, so you probably got a separate email. No, I blew it all out of proportion. I got a work study job, so everything was fine. That's literally what overthinking is. I want y'all to know that, like, that's literally what I did. It wasn't a small situation, but I made it bigger because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna get a job. I don't have no way because I don't got no money to get to the job they hired me for. I was like, oh my gosh, I just made it bigger than it was supposed to be. But my mom calmed me down, and I ended up getting a job anyway. So yeah. Yeah. When I tell y'all, people, if anybody that's watching this video and overthink like I do, and let me tell you, I don't do it on purpose. I don't try to do it on purpose. It just happens. And I just sit there. I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna let it go. I'm not. And then it's in the back of my mind and just start easing on up. And I'll be like, I'm about to sit here and cry. And I just, it's horrible. It's horrible for a person who does it often. And I'm a type of person that does it often. And it's not good. I don't wish this on anybody because it honestly messes with your mind. And it has you like doubting yourself, second guessing yourself, and it's like, why? I don't know. Ooh, y'all. I'm trying to think if there was another situation where I was like, well, this summer my plan was to, this is another situation. This summer my plan was to come home from school, finish my semester out, and get my license, because I don't have my license. I'm not ashamed to say it. I don't have my license. Yes, I'm 24 and I don't have my license. Procrastination took a toll on it. Also, personal things happened while I was trying to get my license after high school and while I was still in college, attending my community college. So but I'm gonna say procrastination was really a big part of it, because I would start studying and then I would get distracted. So that's my fault. I already know that, but I'm not ashamed to say that I don't have my license. But I'm like, ugh, I was studying, I would have had it right now, but it's okay. I'm gonna get it. But this virus is holding me back because stuff is closed, but I'm still gonna get it. So you ain't gonna hold me back, Corona. All right, but you ain't gonna hold me back, boo. You're not holding me back. You're not holding me back. I'm still studying. I'm having it in the back of my mind, because when I do it, I'm gonna ace that jump first try, boo. But anyway, I was talking to somebody, and they was like, Well, and I was thinking about internships, and I was like, oh, I really need to do an internship. But then I was like, dang, I really want to go home and get my license. So next year I can sorry y'all, I hear people almost on my window. Um, so next year my mom ain't gotta drive me up there, all that good stuff. So um I was talking, and somebody was like, well, what if you can go do the internship, and then we can worry about the car later. But I was like, no, I really want to get my car and my license and stuff like that. And then after that happened, I was actually at home. I came home from school for like a break or something. I was actually coming home for a break, a little small break. And we were talking. I was talking to somebody, and they were like, well, why don't you just do the internship, and then we could worry about your car later. And I was like, no, really, I want to do an internship. I do, because that'll get me out there more and to see where I want to be at after I graduate. So we were talking about that, and they were like, well, I was just like, yeah, and then we stopped talking about it. So when I got back to school, I just kept thinking about it. I was like, well, dang, do I really need to do an internship instead of going to get my license and stuff like that? And I just kept thinking about it, and I had to call my mom because I just broke down, and she was like, what's wrong? And I was just like, well, I want to get an internship, but then I still need to get my license because I'm getting older, and then it's gonna look crazy that I don't have my license yet and stuff like that. So she was just like, calm down, because I was starting to hyperventilate, and I couldn't breathe. Well, I could breathe, but I was just breathing like real, like that, while crying at the same time. So my mom was like, calm down, everything gonna fall into place. Don't rush it. Like, it's good. You don't gotta think about that right now. And she was like, don't let that, get in your head and make you think you're not doing the right thing or whatever. So that's another example where I overthought, which I didn't need to, because I already had my mindset. I was coming home for the summer to get my license. Yeah, when I tell y'all, overthinking is horrible on people. Like, it honestly is. And I'll be like, and I thought I was the only one, because I went on Twitter, and I'm gonna post a picture for y'all. I went on Twitter, and they had these. I don't know if y'all see those tweets where it says a word, and you tweet what you thought, what you think about it, or what you experienced from it. So I did it, and it was overthinking. And I said, I don't know about anybody else, but coming from a person who does it often is horrible. Like, I wish I didn't do it. And then a lot of people actually responded to my tweet saying the similar thing. Like, it takes over them, and it just causes them to think different things. And then I was just like, oh shoot, I'm not the only one who do it. Like, it's crazy. So I'm gonna tell y'all some of the things that I do to calm myself down and get out of that situation. So the first thing I do is just cry it out. I just cry it out. Finish crying, because if I keep holding it in, it's not gonna get out. And I'm saying, and I'm gonna keep holding it. And I'm that type of person. I like to hold my stuff in. So yeah, I then cry it out. The next thing I do is I just write out my feelings. I have a prayer book, so I write out what I feel in that prayer book. Like, I'm writing my prayers to God. Like, I do that. Another thing is I watch my favorite funny movies. Any funny movie, any comedy, it gotta be funny to get me out that funk. Like, I don't like being in it, so I say, you know what, let me go watch a funny movie so I can laugh. Even if I've seen it 50 times, I will go watch the movie just to get myself out that somewhat sad or whatever, depressing mode. Like, I don't want to be in that mode anymore, so I go watch a movie. And last thing I do is eat my favorite food, or eat something. I don't know. I know it seems crazy, but it does help me. It makes me feel a lot better, and it makes me think, you know what, it's not that big of a deal. Like, why are you making it that big of a deal? And I really don't want to, but I do. And it's hard because people don't understand that. And I want people to know, people who do that, we're not doing it on purpose. I don't try to do it. I'm the type of person who want to do things, like, I want to have fun and stuff like that. But then I'm like, no, we gotta think about the rules. Like, come on now, don't get crazy. But then it's like, when I do that, people don't understand that I'm not trying to do it on purpose. I just want to do it in the right way. But then I think about, oh, we gonna get in trouble. Oh, well, who gonna see us? Oh, we gonna get kicked out. Like, that's me. But people be like, don't do that. Don't, like, hold up. No, I'm gonna do it, but I'm not trying to do it on purpose. Like, I don't do it on purpose. I have to think that way. You honestly gotta think about when you do things. So, I know it's a lot of talking, but that's overthinking for you. So anybody that's watching this video and you overthink, I promise you it's gonna be okay. I haven't done it. Well, you know, I just lied. Don't say that. I did do it recently, but I'm kind of trying to tell myself that I don't need to, because it's really not that big of a deal. Like this, like for instance, it was because of this virus. I started overthinking about this virus and this pandemic that's going on in the world. It's like they keep saying, oh, we gotta stay until April 30th. Oh, we might have to stay until May. Oh, we have to, like, and it's like, yo, and then all these people are dying, and I'm like, I'm trying to make sure my family's safe. It's honestly, it's crazy, but then again, it's like, what's going on in the world is right now is crazy. It is. And I just pray that all my family members, wherever they are in the world, I hope they're safe. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm talking really fast. I hope they're safe and they're healthy and they're staying out of harm's way and they're social distancing and they're just spending time with their family, only in the house. They're staying protected when they go out. But yeah, I'm gonna just keep praying. I'm gonna give it to God. That's all I can say, because we have no control of it, but we can have faith that it will be over. It will be over. Maybe not soon, like soon, like tomorrow or a month from now, but soon it's gonna be over. I just have faith that everything's just it's gonna go back to where we can go back outside. We can hang out with friends. We can go to parties and go to clubs, go out to eat, go to bowling, skate, all that good stuff. We can do that. We just gotta practice social distance. You know what I'm saying? So let's end this video off because I'm out of breath right now. But yeah, I do hope this video shows people that you're not the only one. I am in this predicament with you. So yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out. I hope it gave you an insight on who I am and what I be going through. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you new, go ahead and subscribe button. Come on, help me get to 500 subscribers. Please. Okay. Yeah, and as always, I love y'all. Thank you guys for staying with me. Hey. All right, I love y'all.